Winter Storm Uri devastated Texas, leaving millions without power and costing several hundred people their lives. Now, the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission has announced it's investigating the actions of 2 natural gas companies. They're looking to determine if the companies manipulated prices during the winter storm. Regulators did not release the names of the companies. Ted Lyon is an attorney with extensive experience in energy-related litigation.
We've been hired to look at manipulation of the markets, antitrust violations, and things of that nature by gas processors that resulted in many other companies losing billions of dollars.
Brazos Electric Power Cooperative hired Lyon's firm after it could not pay a $2.1 billion invoice from ERCOT and filed for bankruptcy. Like many power plants, it couldn't get enough natural gas to operate last February. Lyon says he's found evidence the scarcity may have been partly engineered.
We have witnesses who will be able to testify that they offered more production to major processors, and we're told we don't want it.
Almost 50% of the grid's electric plants need natural gas to operate. Power plant operators have reported that they could not get it, leaving them unable to produce electricity. And when plants did get it, the price of natural gas had shot up hundreds of times and in some cases thousands of times higher than the normal cost.
I've heard from reliable sources that the gas producers enjoyed the shortages because it raised the prices while people were suffering.
During February's marathon hearings, oil industry lobbyist Todd Staples fielded tough questions.
Do you, Mr. Staples, have any knowledge or thought or concern that there was any collusion or profiteering in the natural gas industry during this time of crisis for Texas and Texans?
I did not see any, have no evidence of any. If anyone violated laws, they should be prosecuted.
During a tour of West Texas natural gas facilities this month, we asked Staples for his reaction to the federal investigation.
Electricity prices rose, and when there's scarcity, we know that all prices are influenced similarly.
As before, Staples indicated he had not seen evidence of price manipulation. Instead, he blamed power generators for not doing a better job ensuring they had adequate natural gas supply.
Planning for that and purchasing that ahead of time is the way you resolve some of those uncertainties about gaining product when you need it during a period of scarcity.
Still, there were definitely some who profited from Winter Storm Uri. One of them was Dallas-based company Energy Transfer. In May, the company reported that it made $2.4 billion from the storm for 2021. Lawmakers questioned an Energy Transfer executive during a February hearing.
Do you have any idea at what price Energy Transfer sold the gas to the people who needed it during the storm?
If there's a contract, then that contract and the price at which that was being delivered was adhered to. If it's going into the market, then we were buying at market price and selling, I would presume, somewhere in the neighborhood of that as well.
The company did not respond to a request for comment asking if it had been contacted by federal regulators. Vistra Energy, one of the state's largest power generators, says it lost money on the storm. The company paid about $1.4 billion for gas during the week of the storm, more than it normally pays for an entire year.
I would also ask that we have somebody that has oversight on pricing of natural gas, especially during crisis situations.
Vistra CEO Kurt Morgan said his company did what it could to plan ahead. He says during the winter storm, natural gas suppliers broke contracts and cited emergency conditions as the reason for the cancellation. That forced Vistra to buy fuel for its power plants on the spot market at much higher prices. Other power plant operators reported the same thing happened to them.
It's unacceptable that the natural gas was increased 100+ times where no other product would be allowed to do that.
Federal regulators have promised stiff fines for any company caught manipulating prices to profit off people's misery. In Dallas, I'm Tanya Iser.